Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Terrence here from fishnetproductions.com. Today I got a quick video for you on compression. I'm starting a series on compression in which I talk about the types of compression, and basically I break compression down into two different categories. The first of which I'll do with in this video, which is called dynamic compression. Now, dynamic compression is very simple, very straightforward to the point. It's a type of compression that's simply used to control dynamic peaks and dynamics altogether in a certain piece of music or a track or an entire, you can even do it on your mix bus. So I'll show you what this looks like, but before I let you listen to this track, I want you to look at this vocal waveform here. Now, this is a vocal track. Now, as you can see here, the vocal starts off kind of soft, middle way all the way through, then, you know, kind of gets louder up in here, louder here, louder, and louder toward the end. So that's where the bulk of the vocal is, up in this center area here. So what we're going to be dealing with are the peaks of these vocal licks here. So you have peaks here that's all the way here, peak there, going up here, and then you also have smaller peaks down here too, but the bulk of the music is here. So these are probably, you know, like strong P words, or, you know, just certain vowels or syllables or something that kind of naturally stick out when you sing. Same thing all the way down here. So basically what dynamic compression is going to do is going to tame these peaks. So basically it'll turn down the volume of the peaks here, thus bringing the entire track closer together. So this middle part here, where the bulk of everything is, won't be that much different from here in as far as volume is concerned. So I wanted you to see that visually. Now let's take a listen to the track. This is a track I'm doing for a client. It's a demo. She's doing a demo for her voice, where she's doing demos of cover songs, and this is a cover. This is Ain't Nobody by Chaka Khan. Very dynamic song, and the way this artist did it is a very dynamic approach to it. So just take a listen to this section, and then I'll come back.
I make my wish upon the star, and I hope this night will last forever. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel nobody, baby. Ain't nobody can make me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you.
Okay, so you can see in that track, especially around this area here, you can kind of see it visually. This area here where the vocal kind of starts to stick out a little bit. So what we're going to use is put a compressor on this and use a compressor to kind of tame that part. So here I have the SSL compressor. A lot of you are probably familiar with this at this point. I know Waves has it on sale as I'm making this video for a pretty cheap price. Kind of upset me because I bought it for a full price a couple of years ago. But anyway, I have the SSL compressor here. Right now it's set to 2-to-1 ratio. The attack is all the way slow and the release is all the way fast. Now, I should say this attack and release setting here on the SSL is a very, very popular and very, very famous compression setting for this compressor. So this is where a lot of the greats back in the day started off with their compressor, with these two settings on here. Right now the threshold is all the way up, so I'm not setting it. It's not giving me any kind of compression at all, and no makeup gain is on here. So I'll play it through the compressor. Now what I'm going to shoot for again is only about 3.5, not even 4 dBs of compression here, and you'll see what big difference this compression makes in a track. So let me skip to that little part here where she's kind of going out. So listen to this again. This is without the compression. So I'm gonna use the compression to tame that part. Now I'm gonna set the threshold to where I'm getting about, like I said, maybe 2 to 3 dB of compression, and you'll see what difference this makes. Let's see where we are. Yeah, that's pretty close. Let's get a little bit more. Let's see, maybe right there. Okay, now we're at these are very modest settings, guys. We're talking about, again, the attack time is all the way slow. Release time is all the way fast. This is a type of compression that's really, really imperceptible in terms of being heard in a mix. So now I'm going to A and B this. Just check out what difference this makes in the track. So I'm going to turn it off and play it first, and then I'll play it back again with it on. Okay, listen to that ain't nobody part where she kind of blares out right there. Watch what the compressor does right there, and just listen to how much of a difference that is. I'll play with it off again, and then I'll turn it on. Here's on. You see how even that is now, how it really brought the volume down of this part of the track to match what was going on before it, and that makes it kind of even with this earlier part in the track. So listen again. I'll A and B it again. This is with it off. And this is on. Really simple, guys. Really, really simple use of compression here. To control the dynamics, it actually turns down this loud part, so it gives you a better balance of your track. Now, again, this is very useful for when you're simply trying to balance out your track, and you're trying to start here at the beginning of the song, and you're moving your faders around, and you got everything balanced out, and then you get to this part of the song, and all of a sudden the vocal is just like blaring out at you. This is what this is for. This will help control that. It's also, and check this out, here's the good part about it. It's not only getting at only 3 or 4 dB of compression. It's not even just getting these loud parts here. I'll back the track up a little bit, and you'll see how it's still compressing some of the peaks of these smaller areas here too. So let me go right there where it starts, and you can check this out.
I want this dream to be real. I need this feeling.
You see how it's really just taming this whole track, guys. I'll just A and B that part really, really, really quick so you can hear it. This is with it off.
I wait for nighttime to come.
Just that little part right there. Listen.
I wait for nighttime to come.
This is on. Huge difference just by a couple of dB of compression, guys. This is, again, it's a very simple use of compression, and this is a really, really a good intro to compression for those who are not really familiar with how compressors work. This is essentially what a compressor does. It controls volume, controls dynamics. Most of the time, you can even tell that a compressor will be listed under the dynamic sections of your plugins and whatever DAW you're using. So it's a dynamic controller. Dynamics meaning, loud and soft parts and volume between a track or a whole mix bus. Like I said, it's a very elementary thing, so I suggest you try it. It's a very good use to balance out your track. You can use it on pretty much anything. Your bass, your kick drum, same thing. Any instrument, especially acoustic instruments where a player is not a robot and he plays differently, so every strum on a guitar is not going to be exactly the same. So some may be louder than other ones, and you can use this to kind of tame those loud parts. Same thing with a bass guitar, snare drum, all over a track. I would really advise, what I do is take this compressor and put it on every track just to kind of tame it. You'll just without any EQ. Now let me drag my mix bus over so you can see what I got going on this lead vocal track right now. So this is the lead vocal track here. As you can see, all I have right now is this SSL EQ on it. I have the channel strip on it, which I'll do my EQ. No EQ going through here right now, none at all. I just have a high pass filter on to filter out some of that low stuff that you don't need in track, and also have the Slate channel on here and the virtual tape machine on here to kind of give you some analog feel. That's the only thing that's going on this track, guys, and you see the difference that compressor made just by turning it on here on this track. Let me move this back over. Just by, again, we're right here at a 3-4 maybe dB of compression. Huge difference. So anyway, guys, that's dynamic compression. That's the first use of compression that deals with goes all the way back to why compressors were made in the first place. And I don't want to get into a history lesson with you guys, but just understand me when I tell you that's pretty much what compressors were built for, to actually help control dynamics. So anyway, I hope this video helped you guys understand a little bit more about compression and this use of compression and how it can help your tracks. And like I said, this can also be used, try it out on your mix bus as well. You know, get 2 or 3 dB of compression going on your mix bus and just see how that tames your whole entire song. So it's a really, really good use of compression. So again, I hope you got something out of it. Leave a comment on the video. Let me know what you thought about it. I'd like to hear from you, just converse with you about it. So join me in the next video. I'm going to be putting the other one out really soon about the next use of compression, which is called compression as an effect, or effect compression. So until then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.